After a few hours wandering around in search for Leon, hours, Micah had finally given up. His phone went straight to voicemail. He didn't even respond to any messages. In a rush, Micah hadn't even changed out of his work uniform. It was already late when he got back to the cafe to get changed. He returned to a look of deep concern from Thomas as he was preparing to close for the evening. Micah hadn't realized just how much time he spent looking.
Huh. Trouble in paradise? Alright, Mai, enough weirdness. Time to tell me what's been going on with you. Mur and I are concerned.
Should I?
I'm not sure you'd believe me. Hell, I don't even believe me.
Try me. You'll be surprised.
Micah took a deep breath, preparing himself for how crazy he was about to sound.
Okay, I'll tell you. Maybe you can help me figure it all out.
Thomas walked over to the front door, turned on the open sign to close, then locked in so no one could enter it.
Floor's all yours. Mur's headed home already, but give me a sec to let her know I'll be late tonight, and I'll finish up here later.
Let me help tidy up first.
You got a deal?
Micah and Thomas got to work cleaning and packing down the cafe for the night. It didn't matter what time of the day it was, the cafe was always perfectly lit. Micah often found himself losing track of what the daylight was outside. Never failed to surprise him. When Micah had finished with the floors, Thomas was wiping down the bench top bar. He sat down the opposite him, absent-mindedly fiddling with the envelope he'd been carrying around all this time. Thomas waited patiently for him to speak. That is also very nice.
Okay, so I guess I should start with some background context, or else this is going to make no sense at all.
The mysteries of Micah revealed? I'm all ears.
Well, you know, I was raised by my aunt, yeah?
Caroline, I've heard a thing or two.
Well, she's all I've ever really known of my family since she picked me up at the hospital as a kid.
How old are we talking here?
8 or so, I think?
Thomas made a face that could only be read as, "You poor thing."
Anyway, I had this letter growing up. A letter she didn't know about. Addressed to me from an Edwin Riley. I don't really recognize the name, but it feels special to me, you know? I have this one memory from before the accident, whatever it was, that landed me in the hospital. I'm pretty sure it's my dad, but all I can see is a blurry face in the rain.
You don't know what the accident was?
Nope. And Caroline would never talk about it.
Must be tough.
A few weeks ago, I got a call looking for Edwin Riley. The man on the phone said he had something for him, and when I told him that was my dad, he agreed to meet me here.
That's the Vanishing Man.
Yeah, that's right. A lawyer named Arthur Harris. We met here and talked a bit before he gave me this.
He laid his hands on the document in front of him.
It's a deed to a property on the outskirts of town called Magnus Inn, and a letter addressed to me from Gregory Riley. It says he's my grandfather and he's left me his inn as inheritance.
It also says I'm in danger, but he doesn't need to know that.
When I went to ask him more, the man was gone.
An exasperated laugh escaped Micah.
But apparently, no one else saw him. So I still don't know what to think about that.
Arthur Harris. Are you sure that was his name?
He frowned.
Something wrong?
It's just Arthur Harris. It's not possible. Unless there's another. I guess it's a pretty common name.
What do you mean? He started to mutter the longest his sentence went on, deep in thought.
Middle-aged, dark complexion, short grayish hair, suit. Any of that ring a bell?
Sure sounds like him. Micah, Arthur Harris. He was indeed a lawyer. And he looked exactly how you described him. Well, he died 15 years ago.
Told you.
What? But...
Micah's head was spinning.
He was my godfather. Great man. A little weird. And he did know a Gregory Riley. They were great friends, in fact. He stayed often at the establishment Gregory owned, although I never knew where it was.
But that's...
Not possible? I did say you looked like you had seen a ghost.
Micah went pale, all the blood draining from his face.
A ghost? But he gave me this. This is real. Leon had it.
Yeah, about that. How did Leon have it? Hmm? What happened this afternoon?
That's why I've been looking for him.
He buried his face in his hands, full of confusion.
The first and last time I saw it was the same day it was given to me. But then I collapsed and I lost track of it. You gave me back the letter, but the deed was gone.
The letter was on the table you were at when Leon left with you. But there was nothing else. Maybe he picked up the deed?
He said there was nothing there, though. Why would he lie?
He must have.
Well, as I see it, there's only one thing to do.
Find Leon?
Go to Magnus.
Nice! Micah looked up in
Go
shock.
to Magnus?
Yes.
Why not? You won't find your answers stressing around here.
You're right. Everything seems to lead back to that place. Leon begged me to stay away from it before he bolted, but I have to see it for myself.
A firm hand clasped his shoulder.
Be careful, Mai. But do what you gotta do. I don't understand any of this. It seems impossible.
The hand squeezed.
And yet, it's very real to you. I can't explain it, but somehow you know about the Arthur Harris I knew, and it seems tied to your family. So, go figure out your mysteries. We'll be okay here without you for a while.
He's really too good to me. Micah had always been grateful to Thomas and Mary. They had looked out him even before he started working at Merriment. He really didn't know what he did to fluke such an amazing people. He would never be able to adequately express how grateful he was to know them.
Thank you, Thomas. You have no idea how much you and Mary mean to me.
I'm glad to hear it. We're always here if you need us. You know where we are, and if you need us, we're just a phone call away.
The hand moved from his shoulder to the top of his head before enthusiastically ruffling his hair. Micah laughed and attempted to escape the hand, but it was no use.
Can I help finish close up? I feel terrible for keeping you here so late with my problems.
It's all good, Mai. You run on home and get yourself sorted. I'd wager you have an experience waiting for you tomorrow.
Right. Well, thank you, Thomas, for everything.
Good night, Micah.
Night.
As Micah collapsed in the bed, he pulled out his phone and stared at the screen. Still no reply from Leon. Absolutely nothing. Micah sighed and dropped his phone back down to the bed next to him. He hadn't had a return of the nightmare from the previous night, but maybe that was just pure exhaustion and lack of ghost stories. Really shouldn't read ghost stories. He knows how anxious they make him, but he loved the history and lore behind them so much. Same. He didn't know why ghosts in particular made him so nervous. He had never had a reason to be afraid of them. Then he remembered, anyway. He had done all he could for now. Tomorrow would be interesting. Just what would he find? So early. I'm sorry. Regretting the decision to start the day early, he dragged himself out of bed into the bathroom. He showered slowly, enjoying the feelings of the warm water falling around him. After he dressed and sipped at his coffee. My God! It didn't take long for the sun to rise, and by the time he had prepared for his journey, it was already bright outside. On the table there was a map he laid out earlier. He double-checked it, carefully looking at the location he decided on. He'd already armed himself with a few things that may come in handy. A map, flashlight, assorted snacks, water, and a power bank. He was prepared, he thought, for what he might find out there. He planned to only spend the day searching, but it couldn't hurt to have a few provisions on hand, in case there was nothing around. Plus, he only had his bike, and who knew how long it would take to get out there on a push bike. Why didn't I buy a car instead? He decided to take a paper map with him too. He found it buried deep in his drawer. A rare map of that time before you could just check a map on your phone. I'm surprised they still make things. Who uses them? Well, I do, I guess. But how difficult this place was to find, Micah thought it would be best to prepare for the bad or no reception. Locking the door behind him, Micah sat on his bike contemplating. This was a good idea, right? What's the worst that could happen? He needed answers, and this building seemed to hold them. I just wish Leon would reply to my messages. What's gotten into him? 2 hours by bike. He was grateful for the foresight to take water with him. The further away from the city he got, the more spread out the buildings became. He expected sweeping farmland or something, but his seeing the tree line just get closer and denser for the further out he went. The city didn't have nearly this much greenery. He had never been out of this way before. He wondered why. It was still a city, but greener. The buildings older. He liked it a lot. It looked different, yes, but more than that, it felt different. What? It felt like it had a soul of its own. Okay. Time seemed to pass quicker with the scenery. He took note of the buildings close to his location, just in case he ever needed to come back here for anything. A convenience store, a clinic, a park. There was even a small primary school. Nostalgic buildings and places. The area felt quiet and pleasant. Before long, he rode through the outskirts and stopped at a rocky pathway, checking his map to confirm his location. This was it, the Magnus Inn. He quickly hopped off his bike and placed it by the side of the path. Continuing along the pathway, Micah found himself surrounded by a thick, dense fog. He frowned through it, trying to see where he was going. As he stopped, he noticed he was once again standing next to his bike, as if he hadn't started walking at all. What? Did turn around in the fog? A sudden shriek ripped through the calm fog, making every hair on Micah's body stand on the end, and goosebumps erupted across his skin. Please don't be ghosts, please don't be ghosts. He took a deep breath and took another step forward. And another. And another. He could feel the fog clinging to his body as he passed through it. Dense and thick. I wonder if Leon had to get through this too. How? His foot hit something and he froze. Slowly looking down, he saw his bike, just where he left it. He is getting turned up.
Again? How?
It's like every time he moved forward, the fog took him back to the start again. He was beginning to feel frustrated. He still didn't know what that shriek earlier was either. Maybe it was a bird. A really, really creepy bird. Maybe he didn't want to know. He closed his eyes and tried to steady his pounding heartbeat. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. He hadn't hit his bike again like last time. Maybe this was working. Maybe now he'd find a way through the fog. On his 4th step, he started to hear a gentle trickle of water, something he hadn't heard before. Then his foot once again hit something hard. But this time it didn't feel like his bike. He dared to open his eyes. Stairs.
Huh. I guess that worked.
He attempted to peer through the slightly thinning fog to see where the stairs could be leading to. His attention, however, were firmly on the foot of what could only be a tree. A cat sitting majestically on the top step, just expertly carved. It almost looked alive.
Cats, huh? I like this place already. This can't be half as bad as Leon made it out to be.
I think the black cat should be around because he said Leon said that it triggered his allergies. I guess. He gently touched the statue, nervous laugh escaping his throat. Cats he could deal with, but what if they were ghost cats? He shook his head, getting that stupid thought out of his mind. He turned his attention back to the statue. It felt slightly warm.
Interesting. Are you some kind of shrine kitty? The guardian of the entrance, maybe? You're doing a great job keeping it hidden. Trust me.
His mind was racing. He loved this kind of thing, but he had almost forgotten why he was even here, or his fear of the mysterious fog and his eagerness to explore more. One thing he had always loved was history, and this place looked to have loads of it. What was this fog? What was this cat? Where does the river go? What's beyond the river? Question after question raced through Micah's head. his apprehension had somehow turned to excitement. He rubbed his chin in thought.
If you're a shrine marker or guardian, maybe you need some kind of offering.
But what? Do I have anything I could offer? Micah felt his pockets. What did he bring? His hand landed on a sketchbook he always carried with him. I wonder if this could work. He sat down on the steps in front of the little statue and analyzed the figure meticulously. It's been a while since I drew something like this. Line after careful line, a tiny image of a cat formed under his pencils. He smiled to himself.
Hey, it's cute. What do you think, kitty?
He turned the book around to show the statue. Why am I talking to it? It probably sounds crazy right now. At least no one else seems to be around.
What do you think? Will this suffice for an offering to the great cat shrine?
He smiled as he carefully threw the page out of his little book, folded it neatly, and set it under the vase that was next to the cat. I didn't notice that until now, but does someone frequent here? The flowers look fresh, unless they're fake. Michael leaped on his feet at the sound as a sound echoed around him. His eyes widened as he watched the fog clear before his
No
very
way.
eyes.
Did that actually work?
Oh, that place is huge. An enormous flash-burning sun nestled in the sea of green, and a bamboo bridge led across the stream to the opening in front of the building. It was a breathtaking sight. He felt like he was in another world, like stepping into a fairy tale. Leon said that this building didn't like him, but once they walked past, he felt something incredibly inviting. The bell again, closer this time.
Where is that coming from?
He took one last glance at the figure of the cat. He honestly found it very cool. It was rare to see things like this now. Most places like this have been bulldozed to make way for more modern facilities. As he brought his attention back to the bridge, he was surprised to find a sleek black feline sitting in the middle, its keen eyes watching him curiously.
Oh, hello there.
It's the cat, Purple! He slowly knelt on the step, carefully
Are
not
you the
frighten
one
him.
with the bell?
Slowly, Micah stretched out his hand to get closer to the animal, careful to not frighten it.
It's okay. I won't hurt you. I promise. I just want to pat you.
Please let me pat you. Creeping over closer, the feline was finally close enough to touch.
Here, kitty. That's right. Over here.
His breath cut as the slow creep towards him ended in a final bounce. Joy spread through him as he scratched under the feline's chin.
Oh, such a good kitty. Yes, you are.
Enthusiasm was all that could describe the cat's response to him. It excitedly purred and affectionately headbutted his hand every time it lifted from Micah's fingers, left its silky fur. I love cats. I never expected to find one so friendly all the way down in a place like this. Maybe this is my lucky day after all.
You're so pretty, but I bet you know that. Oh, so it's not you?
Then what? Ooh. The gamma of the bell sounded like it was surrounding him, close yet impossibly distant. The kind of sound that could be a threat, and yet he felt no malice, no force of any kind. Instead, it sounded annoyed.
Hey, where'd you go?
Damn, the bell must have scared it off. He stood up from his kneeling position, brushing off his pants.
I wonder where it went.
He was kind of disappointed to run away, honestly.
No wonder Leon felt unwelcome here. With cats guarding the place, it's misery central for him.
He'd take his phone out of habit, but wasn't surprised. No signal. Yep, thought as much. Carefully he took gentle steps across the bridge, watching the slow flow of the river below him. As he approached the building, he was surprised to find it look ever more beautiful from close. He wondered just how big it really was. From the outside, it seemed rather large. Again. It sounded like it was directly in front of him now. Was he trying to lead him somewhere? He stood at the doorway, biting his lip as he thought of what to do. It's dangerous, but I've come all this way already. But was he sure? Whatever was behind these doors might just change his life forever. Go, go! He took a deep breath. Ghost cats or not chickening out now. He took a step
All right,
forward.
let's do this. This is what I came here for.
He reached forward to knock on the door.
Hello? Is anyone home?
I don't think anyone lives here, but the cat looked well looked after, and there was a flower in the vase, so someone must come here, right? It would be impolite to not to knock. not to knock. The door before him swung open.
Okay? Oh god. Please don't tell me you're some kind of ghost cat and I'm about to get eaten. That is not the way I want to go, as much as I like cats.
He felt sick. He squeezed his eyes shut as he braced himself. Of all the things taken out by a ghost cat,
Huh?
meow, a large black cat sat proudly on the doorway, still flicking happily side to side. His large purple eyes looked at him expectantly. Micah felt the tension of his body release at once, falling to his knees laughing.
You scared me half to death, you silly cat.
The cat strutted over towards him, stepping up onto his lap and licking him on the forehead. This was a familiar sensation.
You know, you look like a cat I met in a dream once.
It wasn't a dream. Staring into the large purple eyes, he ran his fingers down to the spine of the creature. The fur so soft it felt like it was made out of
Can I come
cloud.
in?
You can. It jumped off his lap and walked back inside the building, stopping to look back at him as if waiting for him to
Do
follow.
you want me to follow you?
Yes? I'm going to take that as a yes. He rose to his feet and followed after the feline. Heard the door close behind him and was plunged into darkness.
Damn, it's dark in here. I can't see a thing.
No light greeting him up the other side of the doorway. He walked gingerly down a hallway from what seemed like an eternity, bathed in darkness. He twisted and turned, all while trying to make sure he could still hear the little soft patting of the cat house in front of him.
Where are you leading me?
Why am I asking questions to a cat? It's not like I understand it. It doesn't seem to understand. It does seem to understand me, though. It responds every time.
I know it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but it almost feels like you understand what I'm saying. I must be losing it.
That really doesn't help. He glared suspiciously at the gull, deciding to test his theory. Just as he opened his mouth to the hallway ended. In its place a blindly bright opening of the room beyond, he shielded his eyes and stepped into the new room. It seemed to glow with intensity, so bright after that long dark corridor. Squinting around the room, he saw the cat he followed casually strike towards a large pond in the middle of the room and drop on top of the rock before settling down to watch him from its perch.
Oh, wow. What is this place?
Pond in the middle of the room? A reception desk? Whatever that is on the wall, this place is something else.
I guess this place really loves cats, huh? Is that a yes?
Right, meow, of course. Everything in this room was spotless, perfectly preserved. Incredible.
Does someone live here? It's so clean, but I thought it was meant to be abandoned.
Oh,
What's that? No response, kitty?
I'm talking to a cat like it's a person. I'm not crazy. I'm not
There's
crazy.
so many places you can go from here. This place is huge. Oh, now you respond?
Micah yawned as he wandered around the room inspecting different elements. Oh jeez, why am I so tired all of a sudden?
I guess I haven't exactly been well rested lately. How long do I even sleep for now? Huh?
The cat jumped down off his rock and bounced off the stairs. Once again, stopped to make sure Micah was following.
All right, I guess I'll follow you then. You do seem to know your way around.
He climbed the stairs after the cat, chasing after his dark shadow. The mirror looked impossibly large from here. But more than that, he felt like if he reached out and touched it, it would ripple like droplets on still water. He reached out and growled.
Hey, what the hell?
It attacked me! The hair was raised along the spine of the cat and its tail flew up to a ridiculous degree. Okay, note to self, don't touch the picture.
All right, I'm sorry. I won't touch it. Promise.
The first slowly fled him once more in the threatening growl duel. Micah rolled his wrist. Damn, I've seen cats with quick reflexes before, but that was insane. It was only a small scratch, but I'll have to make sure it doesn't get infected or something. Who knows where this cat has been? The cat continued up the stairs back to normal. Another winding path later, and it finally came to a stop in front of the elaborately decorated sliding door.
You want it open? All right then. I hope this doesn't belong to someone.
Prepared this time for the potential of yet another blinding light, Micah made to shield his eyes, casually stepping over, but he didn't need to. His room was shrouded in darkness. As Micah followed a delicate descent began to fill the space, and a tiny flickering light came to life from the middle of the room. Coupled with the moonlight streaming through the open side doors, it gave the room a hypnotic glow. I didn't expect this place to be so nice. As his eyes adjusted to the dim light of the room, he noticed the open doors to the side of the room. There's the garden. Are we outside now? Didn't we go upstairs? The scent from earlier enveloped him. Despite having never been in this building before, let alone this room, he felt so comfortable. The longer he spent smelling that scent, the more relaxed
The
he got.
smell. Honey?
During his vision away from the glowing garden outside the room, he slowly made his way to the bed the cat now lunched on. Are we gonna sleep here? This cat.
All right. Bossy little thing, aren't you?
Micah laughed, talking to the cat had gone from bizarre to oddly comforting. His hand felt the soft fabric. He sat down slowly, wary of the room he was even in. He sat down slowly, wary of the room he was in, even as he surrendered to his comfort.
Oh, damn. This is comfy. You know, kitty, I just might never leave this place.
That doesn't sound as nice as you think it does. It sounded excited. That was a bit disconcerting. Lost in thought about the comfort of the bed, Micah jumped when a small tickle touched his scratched whiskers.
Oh, it's just a little scratch. It's okay. It's my fault anyway.
He nudged his arm affectionately, purring loudly as he did so. Yes, it feels bad, which is a ridiculous notion. But wasn't today full entirely ridiculous notions? Micah yawned again, worn down from his trouble.
Oh man. Whatever's in that candle is making me so sleepy.
The cat offered no response but a gentle lick to his
I
wound.
guess it's probably fine if I just take a quick nap.
Micah, that is so not fine. A quick nap, yeah. Removing his shoes and jacket, he laid down. A soft pressure on his chest soon followed. He was barely able to finish disregarding his articles of clothing before his eyes closed and he knew no more.
Heavy. What is that?
Oh. That escalated quickly. A heavy pressure weighed down Micah's entire body. A soft tickle on his neck. Some kind of breath? Micah's eyes snapped open. It only took a few moments to see what was pinning him down. A man. A fully grown man. Face down, nuzzled into Micah's neck. One hand crept up in the inside of Micah's shirt and his legs curled around him. His breath tickled Micah's clavicle as he slept soundly, seemingly undisturbed by Micah's shock awakening. Micah tried to move out from under him, desperate to escape without waking the man to avoid confrontation. Why would you want to avoid confrontation in a situation like this? I guess you would wake up and that's the normal thing, right? You wake up and you're like, whoa. And Micah's like, no. We avoid confrontation. His grip on him tightened, hands slowly further out Micah's chest. The most shocking thing, however, came in addition to his movement. This man was completely naked. Panic and confusion gripped Micah.
What the fuck?
Okay, now we confront him. No, wait! Oh no. That was a great ending. The art is so beautiful. My god. Oh no. Well, this was the demo of the Boys Cast. Amazing work. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that. The artist too, it's incredible. Incredible art. It was so freaking pretty.
Wait,
Whoa.
hold up a second. You're just going to leave me like this?
Wow, Mike. You look like you're in a bit of a bind there. Who is that guy?
Thomas! I don't know. I hope I get to find out. More importantly, though, what are you doing here? Do you know where Leon is?
Leon? He's...
I'm right here. Sorry for running away like
What
that.
happened to you,
What?
William?
I'm here now. We've got a story to tell, right?
I think this is where we thank everyone for playing.
Not to mention, let them know about our Kickstarter.
Right, right. Thank you for playing The In-Between. From all of us working on the game, we really hope you enjoyed the demo.
Make sure to check out our Kickstarter if you want to see the rest of the game.
And, find out who Micah's new friend is, I guess?
Ugh, what about you? What's your deal?
Him too, I guess.
Yeah, him. Who is he anyway?
Well, I'm sure they would have been here. But
Yeah, only the demo characters got cast, right?
Of course, of course.
Seems so.
well, we'll just have to wait to meet them properly for when all our goals are met, won't we?
Anyway, thank you for playing, and we'll see you soon.
Whoa! 2021, it's been a year since they've been working on it. Production demo began in October 2020, and October 20 winter marks our official release on Kickstarter. Progress so far has been incredible, and we thank each other and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. If you want to see the full game, make sure to check it out at the Kickstarter. You can also subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive monthly content. And that's it. Okay. Incredible work. I can't wait for this game to be done. I think I read that it was gonna be on 2020. Yeah, I think this was next year or even I don't exactly remember. They already met all of their goals, but you can still go and donate. There's like a month or something like that you can still go and donate to the Kickstarter, which is on the description. If you like the demo, I definitely encourage you to do that. Like, you can donate. It doesn't have to be a lot, so that this can become like a full game, because it was really good. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna donate too, so I'm gonna see you there. Probably, I hope so. And that was the In-Between, the demo. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I just want to say that they're doing an incredible job, and I cannot wait to play this game on its when it's completed, because wow, was that a crazy adventure. The ending is the way that they cut it, like it really left me wanting more. Also, like, it was really good. The characters were very charming in their own way. I really like the protagonist, Micah, which is really strange when I like a protagonist. Like when I like the playable character, the one that you're playing as. And it was good. It was great. Thank you for getting this adventure with me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.